What's up, everybody? Faith in the Strat, last video here. I'm gonna do a quick price review and then that's it. So this was today's price action. Today is Tuesday, Tuesday the 3rd, January 2023. Happy New Year. We looked at price and we go back, if we were to go back in time, I was expecting price to make realistically a leg up. So if you saw on my Instagram, I actually had a chart like this because I was expecting price to take the next leg up because I was thinking that we we're going to have like a buy model where we consolidate, and push up. Looking back though, this wasn't really consolidation. This was a gap up to a low. This low was this old order block, and I think it's a 2-hour order block. So yeah, it's a 2-hour order block that we've been using. So when we look at this Asian market was insane. But also this Asian market's high is literally right where last week's high was. We touched last week's high, aggressively pushed up, Judas swing the high, low order block, buy side, sell side, low volume, Asian market into London. Now, as we're looking at London, my thesis obviously was that we pushed up. So I had, realistically, I had something like this, which is what I was expecting. Oops. I had, before NY open, I was expecting us to do this. Push up, hit a level, then reject. But we moved up so aggressively, so fast that by the time NY opened, we were already down here. I happened to wake up right before open. So the easiest move, to be honest, was off of open. If you look on the 5 and 15, after this volatile movement, realistically, all we had was price reached up and touched the same high of week. But also, what do you know? Right about here, what did price do? All we did was violate the midnight open. We pushed above it, midnight open, and old high of week, major buy side. Ran up into this major imbalance, 5-minute imbalance. This would be like technically kind of like a drive pattern. And then look, aggressive sell down, reach, stops out all these people, push up, aggressive buy up, grabs more liquidity. So when you see these aggressive wicks, you need to know, be prepared. A move is coming. So if you saw an aggressive move here, reaching into all of these lows, and then you saw this high as a wall, and then you see, look at how many lows were to your left. Shit. There was nothing but downside. What was to your above you? There was no highs. So that should give you an indicator. There's no highs for price to take out, but there were lows that hadn't been mitigated yet. Come on, guys, this is easy. Use your head, think about it. What does price do? It goes from high to low, and it needs to mitigate all untapped areas. Run through, pick up liquidity, push the move down. We push through midnight from high of week, continue down, imbalance candle. So this is an imbalance that we're going to use again now. Aggressively sell down, you make this 5-minute fair value gap. So at the time, because I know people always like, oh, there's no entry. There was no entry here, but you should have been knowing price, come on, it's not going to just keep making legs down like this. It's not going to just leave this big gap. Especially when you look like on the 10-minute, come on, you think this is going to, how many times have you seen? It's rare. This happens on news. There's always some type of something. Price don't want to be alone. Price ain't going to be in these streets alone like that. This leg is going to have some type of accompanying candles in this zone. It just always happens. Look at this. Aggressive sell down, Asia, we came back into it. You know, aggressive sell down, huge retracement, consolidate, push all the way up. So always think about that. Like price is going to come back and fill out. It's not going to just keep going down, down, down. Plus there's ATR you have to worry about. So what happens? We retrace, bounce, boom. This is your 2022 model. So we're inside of this fair value gap. Those were entries inside of this imbalance. Take this imbalance. Stop could have been at the high. We did take this low, so it would have been riskier, but I guess your next low would have been this old area, which was also an old stop hunt. We came into lunch, and a lot of times if I'm short up here and I'm holding into lunch, as long as I don't see anything bullish, I'm likely to keep holding because I assume lunch is going to be lower volume. So right here, this picked up. It kind of confused me. I'm not going to lie. And then PM started. I didn't really trade much PM. By PMs, I would sleep. I did take one trade off of PM, and it was a loser. And then I took a second trade that instantly stopped me out. So I didn't really get to trade much of PMs. But looking here, this aggressive move up, move down, all it did was consolidate and waste a lot of time for me personally. So it wasn't that good of a setup. And then this is the move that actually stopped me out. I thought it was a retracement. And I think I had like my entry here and my stop loss below here. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I saw that it came and reached and realistically grabbed all of these lows. So it grabbed all this new buy side. It didn't grab these lows, but think of it, PMs is literally a whole nother session. So your day is literally split into, there's the AM market and then there's the PM market of the implied. It's two different sessions basically. So it makes sense that they didn't really need to because this is the start of a new session, new traders, new time zone. First liquidity, aggressive buy up. Notice how aggressive that buy up has been at that same stop hunt area that we used like 2 weeks ago. Every time we come into it, aggressively fall down. Buy up. Same thing with this old order block that we have from like a month ago. I still use this area because I've noticed prices still non-stop reacted to it. So since I know it's there, why not use it? Why not leave it on my charts? Every time we've come into it, prices aggressively moved above or below. So, boom. That's going to be your price action review for Friday. This is gonna be your price action review. I'm sorry, for Tuesday, the 23rd. You guys have any questions, comments, or concerns? Feel free to reach out to me. Good luck tomorrow, and take care.